Deliberate Creators, our online store has launched, and it's really so fun to come together and talk about the laws of the universe. It's the best thing in the world. So let's take it to the next level. Take a look at our website and see if anything suits or tickles your fancy. When your question is, how long do I have to do this work? How long do I have to do the vibrational work? How long do I have to think about my desire until it finally comes to me? Then you're not really doing the work that we're in the way we're telling you to do it. Because when we say talk about your desire, it feels good to you. It should, when you talk about the pure desire, meaning the presence of it, it feels good to you. And you're not in that state, you're not asking questions like, when is it coming? You're enjoying the evolution. You're seeing the path unfold right in front of your eyes. But when you're thinking about the absence of your desire, your question usually falls under the tree of, when is it coming? How long do I have to do this? Because when you do the work in the way that we say, then there's never a time limit on how good you can feel, because it's all about feeling good right now. The greatest manifestation of all is really how you feel right now. That's how you get everything. Everyone, doesn't matter how big or small you are, it doesn't matter if you're a fish in the ocean, doesn't even matter if you're an animal. Everyone has the ability to turn their dream into a reality, because your dream has already become a reality. It's already been assembled for you. And so that takes away the effort factor. That takes away the I have to figure it out factor. The only thing that you have to figure out is how to get into the vortex. And so we tell you the best way to get into the vortex is to go general. Is to step really far away, or just step away from the things that are bothering you so much that they don't seem as big anymore. They just lose their sting. And when you're in that general place, you can find the vortex easily. You can find your connection. And having conversations like talking why you want it, talking about feelings, talking about good words that just feel good to you, pondering words like flow and ease and satisfaction and flow and fun and joy and bliss and ease and flow and fun and adventure and something calling you and passion and fun. And just like that, you feel yourself click into the vortex. And so now you just have to stay there. Now you have to show yourself that right now, when you just click into that place in the vortex, nothing changed. No reality change for you to feel better. There's nothing in front of you that you could observe that would make you feel that way. You made yourself feel that way without anything changing. And that's what we're saying. You can control your vibration. You can control how you feel. And in controlling how you feel, you have control over the only manifestation that matters, which is the emotion. The emotion is the biggest manifestation of all. It's the greatest manifestation of all. What is more real than standing where you are and feeling an emotion? Because here's the thing, you feeling passion right now is going to feel You feeling the passion right now is going to feel amazing. Yes, it is. But the passion that you feel right now, it will feel better than the passion that you will feel when the money finally does come. This moment where it seems like physically you don't have what you want has the capacity to feel just as good as it would when you would have everything that you want, when you're standing in a moment where everything that you want is. This moment has the capacity to feel so good. Because what are manifestations anyways? When we talk about manifesting things, we're really talking about realizing, but achieving a vibrational frequency that allows you to realize what's already in your vortex. Because we're not talking about, going after something and chasing after something. We're not talking about goal setting. We're talking about this reality that you have created. And who you are is in that reality. Who you truly are is that reality. Who you truly are is that vibrational reality. This reality that you look at, this what is reality, is old, it's stale, has no flavor in it, it's done, it's over. And so the more you observe it, the more you step away from your connection, the more you miss out on what's really going on in this vibrational virtual reality, which is not usually perceivable with your five senses yet, because the momentum is very young. You have to tune into it. You have to feel it. You have to see your desires with your emotions, and your emotions become your number one translators in the vortex, because that's what the vortex is all about. And yet all of our friends, they talk about manifesting as goal setting, but manifesting is truly understanding that everything that you want has already become. You have caused the larger part of yourself to, and we have to go all the way back. You are the creator of your reality. And how exactly do you create your own reality? You offer a vibration, and you offering a vibration, that vibration equals your point of attraction, and then when momentum ensues and you literally get a physical manifestation, that's the evidence. And that's exactly what your ability to create. That's how you're creating your reality. You're offering vibrational frequencies. Most people, they don't know that they're offering vibrational frequencies because they're doing it by default. They're just offering whatever is in front of them. They don't discriminate. They don't have a guidance system. And in any given moment, you have 2 point of attractions going on. And that's what we really want to talk about. We want to talk about these 2 point of attractions, because these 2 point of attractions is exactly what your emotional guidance system is about. The first point of attraction is you right now, the personality that you know as your name, the personality that has been this, the personality that went to school, the personality that's watching this video, this personality right here that has this type of hair, this type of eyes. And then you have your non-physical self, your soul self, your higher self, and you're connected. You are bonded for life. You came into the experience together. You were one before it, and you decided to split into 2 when you came into this body. That is with a connection. So you would always stay connected. So then all the manifestation is just realization? Is this vibrational translation thing going on? So this moment is a manifestation. Hearing this video is a manifestation. Everything is a manifestation. But what is it a manifestation of? It's a manifestation of momentum. Whatever the momentum you had going on, that's what this is a manifestation of. But the thing is, this moment is so much more than a physical manifestation. There's so much more going on. There is this vibrational world also happening too. This moment truly is the juncture between you and you, between these two point of attractions, and how well they meet is what your emotions mean. So that means that if you're feeling negative, that means that in this moment, this meeting place is happening in a way where you're not meeting fully, you're not fully blending, you're opposing each other. And it's not that your inner being is opposing you, it's that your inner being will never come down to join you in your lower frequencies. Your inner being promised you, we will stay high. We will always stay high, because everything that you want is at a high frequency. So we're going to stay there. We're never going to take our eyes off of it. And your job is to come up to us. You got to keep up to speed with us. So that's what we're talking. We're not talking about getting into the vortex to get your manifestations. We're talking about get into the vortex because that's who you are. Get into the vortex because every negative emotion is not because you don't have money. The negative emotion you feel is because right now in this moment, you're not allowing yourself to be who you really are, because you have 2 point of attractions and they must blend. They have to become one. And that's what happens when you get into the vortex. When you get into the vortex, you start to receive thought from your inner being. Because here's the thing, nothing that you want is being given to you, and all your job is to do, all your work is to deserve it. There's no deserving thing going on. You're already deserving. You ask and it's already given. You ask, that's the thing, you ask for it. It's not given to you. It's not premeditated for you. And it's like, you have to, it's not like someone knows your path and you have to live up to their path. It's not like you're here to follow someone else's path. You came here to carve your own path out. And so there's that deservability thing that it gets really messed up in humans, because you think if I give something, I have to get something. And that's not wrong in the sense where when you give your vibration, but see, that's different because you think of it in action. We're talking of it in terms of action. When I give something, I have to get something. And so, but the thing is, the universe will never give you the goods. The universe will never award you. It's not like that. The universe is not awarding you for your high frequency. The universe is revealing it to you. Your inner being is revealing to you. Source energy is revealing it to you. But the thing is, and even with the impulses, it's not like you have to sit around and wait for something. It's that you have to get into the vortex and you have to translate it. It's not about the source's ability to give it to you. It's about your ability to realize or see or experience or translate what source is already being given to you, will give to you all of eternity. So if you heard that, you really get this, because what that really means is source is always giving it to you, but where are you? And you can know where you are based on how you feel, because how you feel is a prime manifestation. Because we want you to walk around and we want you to feel that fulfillment. We want you to walk around and not be like other humans, because other humans are like they're in this action journey. They think, okay, I'm gonna do this thing that I don't want to do. I'm gonna exchange this service for money, and it's not gonna be at all satisfying. Not at all satisfying, because most people they're not gauging their action, they're not judging or discriminating their thoughts or gauging their action based on how it will feel. They're gauging it based on the most action, the most results it will net them. They're thinking, well, what's the most productive thing I can do? They're not thinking about in terms of emotion. No one wants, or no one knows that feeling good is the power. But we're talking about in terms of pleasure. Because most of our friends are like, okay, I'm gonna work all year at a job that I don't like, and then I'll get 2 weeks of vacation, and then when I go on vacation for those 2 weeks, I'm complaining the whole time because it's not long enough. And that's where, like, what type of life is that? You came here to enjoy your life. We promised all of you, if you all knew coming into this body that this world was gonna be one of sacrifice and hard work, you all would have stayed. You all would be like, we are good. We are gonna have to pass on this opportunity. You came because you could live life every day like it was a vacation, because you understood that you were a private contractor to the universe. The universe would be your employer, and you were this private contractor. And in your ability to be this private contractor, you have an ability to literally achieve frequency with whatever you want. That's the thing that's so interesting, is that you can have whatever you want, and all that requires is this very, very steady vibrational alignment with your vortex. And we're saying this vibrational alignment, it doesn't work when you understand, hey, there's a vortex and everything that I want is there, so I'm gonna go there to get the things that I want out. I'm gonna go there for manifestations. Because it doesn't work like that. That's where that effort, that's that trying it too hard, that's that 50-50 thing that you do. You're like, yeah, you can get into the vortex, but most of the time you're half in the vortex and you're half taking score of reality. And that tug and pull, that's what equals, it's like nothing good happens, nothing bad happens, because there's no real momentum going on. We're saying you got to stay in the vortex. And the way that we explain it, the best way to approach this vortex work, the best way to approach this high flying place, this bliss feeling, the best way to approach wanting to feel good, the best way to approach manifestations in general, is to understand that everything that you want is in this vortex. And also your second point of attraction is also in your vortex. So that means that the vortex is who you are. The vortex is who you truly are. That means that the fulfillment that you've been seeking from this job, the fulfillment that you've been seeking from this YouTube video, the fulfillment that you've been seeking from everything is truly only found in you lining up with your inner being. Ooh, Ooh, you have to see, you and your inner being have to see eye to eye, because your inner being is there, but you're not. You know what's interesting? You're not staying up to speed with your inner being because you would rather be real. And we're like, what is that? Where did you learn that from? Because when you were younger, you have this attitude of, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and that got trained out of you. But we're saying you have to get back into that, because feeling good is really where your power is, but you have to do it for the pleasure. And we're telling you how to do it. You have to accept that negative emotion means only one thing. It means that you're not lining up with source. So that's a good thing, because we're telling you your manifestations will defy logic. Because when you get into this vortex, you train your vibration on every subject, you allow the vortex to train your frequency, and then you're non-resistant, and then everything starts to move really fast. But the thing is, we want you to stand in this place of whatever, because I have the real manifestation, I have the feeling. We want you to stand in the vortex, and we want you to make your affirmations from there. I feel so good. I feel myself. This is who I am. This right here, I have everything. I have every single word. I have it all right now in this moment. I have the feeling of it. Because here's the thing. We want you to lay down. We want you to finish your day. And we want you to be like, that was the best day ever. Simply because you're in the vortex. Simply because you would rather be in the vortex than tell the truth. Simply because being in the vortex is who you are. Who you now are. You cannot be anything other than the vortex. Not for manifestations, but because of how it feels. Because we're talking about feeling good is a real manifestation. That's why you want everything. There's nothing that you want that you want. There's nothing you want that you don't want because it's not going to make you feel good. You want everything because it will make you feel good. So we're saying you need to feel good right now. You have to be a match to that vortex. And we're saying it's really easy because that vortex is who you really are. And so when you feel negative emotion, it's because right now in this moment, you're not being who you really are. So you have to be who you really are. And in being who you really are, if who you are is rich, you got to be rich. If who you are is the best thing in the world, you got to be the best thing in the world, because it's not about manifestation. Did you hear that? It's not about actually being rich. It's about lining up with your inner being. It's about being who you really are. It's not about, oh, I'm going to do this. Like I see wink universe, like I'm going to do this and I'm going to get my riches. It's not like that. It's like, I'm going to do this because I have to do this because I cannot not do this any longer. I've seen the ups and downs of life, and I just gotta go to the vortex. I'm done with everything. I give up. I truly give up. Throw my hat into the ring. I can have the emotion. I can feel however I want. Life has shown me that reality doesn't have to change even one bit. I can have whatever emotion I want. So I'm gonna go into the vortex, and I'm in the vortex right now. I feel the clarity and I feel it, and the momentum. You get the momentum going, because the true way to control momentum is emotion. Because emotion takes care of focus, and then focus takes care of momentum. And now you have the Holy Trinity. Now you have the formula. Now you can do whatever you want, because now you can make impulses come to you. Because the thing is, the impulses are at high frequency. So you really have to achieve that frequency and be on that frequency. Not that long. We're talking about 17 seconds. We're talking about 68 seconds really to really see momentum. And it's hard to sometimes, because a lot of you are not really used to thinking a thought for a long time. You're not thinking. Everyone is really used to contradicting their thoughts. You can't really offer a thought without contradicting it really fast, because reality is so in your face. But we know you can do it. We know that you can focus, because this has gone so much far beyond manifestations. We're talking about you feeling good right now. We're talking about your happiness. We're talking about the film. We're talking about you living your true purpose in this experience. You have to be who you really are. And the manifestations are always, they take a backseat. They're secondary. This relationship between you and you is the only thing that matters, because that is literally what equals your emotions. That's what equals your point of attraction. That's what equals your, whether or not you feel sad in this moment, or you feel depressed, or you feel amazing, or you feel so good and satisfied and clear. That's the difference. Manifestations are a backseat. Manifestations, you have to get over them. In order to manifest what you want, you have to get over manifestations, because if manifestations are all that you're looking for and they're not here right now, then you have yourself screwed in a way where no one can really save you. You have to get over that. You have to get over manifestations. You have to go for the emotion. You have to realize that feeling good is what you're really looking for, and that you, under any circumstance, can feel good, and you're okay with that, because you know why? The emotion is the greatest manifestation after all.